A two-day strategic meeting organized by Plan International in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, brought together stakeholders to discuss the urgent need for enacting of laws and budgetary provisions that promote a gender-responsive education sector. The meeting emphasized the importance of clear provisions, tools and guidelines for implementation to address the lingering gender inequality in education. Nigeria's education sector has been plagued by inadequate access to opportunities for the male and female child. Despite efforts to bridge the gap, a gender inequality persists, underscoring the need for a comprehensive approach. Stakeholders at the meeting recognized the Federal Ministry of Education's mandate to formulate and coordinate national education policies, but stressed the need for specific legislation to address gender responsiveness.
Now, over the years, there are statistics that speak to the fact that girls are at a disadvantage from the household to education, political, and all of those aspects that you talk about. You see that girls are at disadvantage and they do not have the opportunity to come out and speak, come out to be educated, nor have the ability to participate in a lot of political activities. So for Plan International, we are very biased. And we see it everywhere because of the disadvantage that girls face. So our focus mainly is to ensure that these girls are able to go back to school.
Government cannot support any project or any activity without budgeting for it. So the reason why we are looking at the budget, GREPS specifically, that's Gender Responsive Education Sector Plan, because it affects girls. And now if you want the government to support the development of girl child, we need to look at the government budget. That's why we dwell on ensuring that the government budget is gender responsive.
There is this gap between the girl and the boy. You notice that the girls are not that educated to some extent with their male counterparts. The girl child is relegated to the bottom when it comes to educational aspect, and that is why we want to bridge the gap. The plan and other CSOs are telling us that the gap between the girl child and the boy child, it will take like 180 years to bridge it up. And so if that is the case, we must start now. If it is not within our time, it will be within the time of our great-great-grandchildren. And by that time, maybe our girl child may come up and be a partaker in the school activities. Yeah.
Thank you. A gender-responsive education sector plan will not only identify the challenges that the girl child is having when it comes to access to education, the learning environment, and informal norms. It will also address those challenges. So gender-responsive education sector plans will make sure that whatsoever may be a barrier to the girl child accessing free, fair education is removed, because you don't only identify the problems, but at the same time you also take action to begin to address it using the gender responsive education sector plan.
The high-level strategic engagement is a crucial step towards ensuring that the 2025 budget for Adamawa and Sokoto states prioritize gender-responsive education, aligning with Nigeria's medium-term sector strategy for education. The engagement focused on developing a comprehensive plan to address gender disparity in education, building an existing initiative with capacity building and innovative partnership to address the complex challenges at the core of gender equity and education.